Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Guess who's going to the office today?
Rebecca! He's been hollering for Rebecca for quite a while. And Rebecca is not answering him, and he's starting to get a little hoarse. She just needs to answer him, you know? Just be like, hey, dude, stop calling my name. I'm right here. Oh, my God, Becky, Rebecca, did you see the size of her butt? Ugh.
That's a song for those of you who don't know.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Today, I can't hear him from my bedroom, so he doesn't wake me up. But I absolutely love walking outside and hearing him crowing, cock-a-doodle-dooing, calling for Rebecca. Oh, that sounded like a second one. Anyway, so funny story. I debated on whether telling it. We have to remember that they're 9 and 7. And I know as a 9-year-old, I did dumb stuff. As a 7-year-old especially, I did dumb stuff. So we take these moments when they do dumb stuff to teach them things, right? Well, the other day, I was told by a certain little one that somehow this candy that's all over TikTok magically jumped in my Amazon cart, and when they laid the phone down on the couch, it just ordered. It just went through. Okay, that's the bad part, okay? I said, the order went through when you laid the phone down. Yeah. Okay. So when she left, I picked up the phone and canceled the order. Well, I didn't tell her that I canceled the order, okay? I told Mama about it. And I told Mama, I said, I have not told her that the order has been canceled. Y'all, at the amount of times she ran to my door, because I had the note on the door last night, because I was just flat out exhausted. So, well, that leads to another story, but I'll tell that in a minute. But I just put the sign on the door because I was tired, okay? And then back to this story. So she came to my door, she read the sign, and she left. Well, then she kept coming to my front porch and looking, because I can see her on camera, and she knows I have cameras, okay? Y'all, this is the funniest thing to me. At 6:30 this morning, the camera thing dinged on my phone, and I was like, I mean, that happens because Amazon does deliver early every now and then, and so I thought it was Amazon, but I went ahead and looked at it. She sent Phoenix to the front porch at 6:30 a.m. looking, and Phoenix turns around and says, there ain't no package.
There's no package. There's no package.
And Naomi said, what? And she said, there ain't no package. So she went running back home. I got so tickled because they're so confused as to where this package is. Well, it's still where it belongs, at the store. Now, when she asks me about said package, I'm going to tell her the same thing she told me. Well, I guess since the couch ordered it, the couch changed its mind and canceled it. I mean, if the couch is smart enough to order it, then the couch is smart enough to cancel the order. Like I said, I told Mom yesterday, and I told her what I was doing about not telling her. So I don't think she has gotten onto her yet, since they're still looking for the package. But I found it, yes, it's wrong. What she did is very wrong. And we will have that talk, and I'm sure her mama will have that talk, probably with a flip-flop flying across the room. Her weapon of choice is a flip-flop. But I'll tell you why I was tired in a minute, because this is making my shoulder hurt, okay? Okay.
Okay, let's move on from that. But don't judge them too harshly, okay? Because me and Mama are taking care of it. I just want to have my moment in the sun of my very sarcastic reply of, well, I guess if the couch ordered it, then the couch canceled it. I guess it changed its mind. And then I'm going to have a talk with her, because I'm going to tell her, you know, that's right there along the lines of stealing. And there are two things, I can't fold my thumb, but there are two things that Miss Tracy does not put up with. One is lying and one is stealing. And if you're going to continue to do one or both of those in my home, then you're not going to be welcome in my home. But I wanted her to sweat over it, okay? Looking for the package. I think it's hilarious. Not the act. The act was wrong. But the story that a kid can come up with about she just laid the phone down and the couch ordered it. I mean, to me, that is golden, the things that kids say. But I'm not going to let her know that I thought it was hilarious, okay? We getting on to her. Mama's going to be throwing flip-flops, okay? Okay, moving on to why I was tired yesterday. First of all, yesterday was the first time I had worked a whole entire 8-hour day. And while I'm not using my thumb, I am using my phalanges more. So my whole hand was kind of aching because I did a lot of typing yesterday. This works well as a spacebar digit, you know, because I usually use this. Yeah. Anyway, as soon as I get off work, I was still feeling good, even though my hand was aching a little bit. I was like, you know what? Penelope and I are going to go to the church and have a walk, because we haven't done that since before surgery. We just been barely walking up the street, or those first couple of days, Penelope was going out back because she was like, apparently she's not taking me for a walk and I gotta go. So she went out and did her business. So we went to the church and we walked. As I'm getting back in my car, my phone rings and it's Joan, but she immediately hung up. And I thought, one of two things. One, she accidentally butt dialed me, which my dad does a lot. Oh, by the way, I called my dad the other day. I think it was like Wednesday, and I was still very much out of it, right? Like under the influence of everything. And he answered the phone and said,
I didn't mean to call you, bye.
And hung up on me, and I was like, I thought I called you.
Did he? What?
Well, he was clearing the numbers off his phone because he's very OCD. And he thought he accidentally dialed me, but he didn't. I had called him. And he said, I didn't mean to call you, and hung up on me. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going back to sleep. Yeah. Or two, back to Joan. She looked out the window and saw my car wasn't there and hung up. Well, number two was it. So I drive home. I'm backing up the driveway. I get Penny out of the car. I'm barely opening the door. Now, I only have one good working hand, right? And then I've got fingers. And I'm trying to open the door. I've got Penny's harness. My phone's in my pocket. And the phone's ringing. And I'm like,
Joan, honey, could you give me a second to, like, get in and get stuff put up? Because, whatever.
So I answered the phone. And she starts off like she always does. Tracy! Like the world is about to end, right? Because that's just how she talks. It's always a very excited thing. And I'm like, what? And she says, could you do me a favor? And I said, well, that depends, because I've only got one good working hand. I'm still trying to unhook the dog and put everything up. And she said, well, I just need somebody to take me to pick up my car. And I said, oh, okay. I said, where is it? It's just right up the road. I said, okay, I can take you. So I said, when do you want to go? Right now. And I was like, well, okay. So I turn around and go back out the door. And I ain't got to sit down after working all day yet. So I go back out the door. I drive her to go get her car. I said, do you want me to wait? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like, okay. I get back home. I'm about to sit down on the couch and she calls. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Well, she said, would you run to the house and check on the hot dogs that I had on the stove and make sure I turned the stove off and let Rosemary out to pee? I'm like, you've been gone a half hour. But okay. I mean, not about the hot dogs, but about Rosemary. Okay. So I go over there and the stove was off and I let Rosemary out. Then I go back home and I'm about to sit down and she gets home and she calls me and she explains the whole thing to me. And basically she has a convertible. I think she just turned 79 and she has a red convertible and the top is not working properly. She was without her car from Wednesday until yesterday because they had to order the new motor. Then she gets in the car and it sounded like plastic bottles crunching when she went to open it. So now they say that motor's bad, the one they just ordered, and they're having to order another one, but she brought her car home this time. And I was like, I was wondering why you didn't do that last time. And she said, well, they had to figure out what was wrong with it, and then they ordered the motor, but it came in the next day. So anyway, long story short, I didn't get to get any rest, and then it was time to cook dinner, and then it would have been time for them, and I had to wash my hair with one hand and then try to dry it with one hand. I mean, I can barely hold a brush with this one and hold the dryer with this one. I can't style my hair. This is why I'm living with it in a ponytail, because I can't hold the hair dryer with this hand. So yeah, so this side remains curly and unruly while this side gets straight. Yeah. So anyway, it's fine, but that's how yesterday went. But this morning when she snuck over to look on my porch for that package, I lost it. My evil plan. So I can't wait till I see her today, because I'm going to unveil the story about the couch canceling the order.
I've talked way too long, and I'll probably have to speed portions of this up, so I'm sorry.
Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Toodles, my noodles. Stay silly, my friends, and smile. Piss people off, make people happy, or just make them wonder what you've been up to. Goodbye.